I just dropped the cards. I had to stitch these videos together because I accidentally shut it off. But I'm told to continue from there. So anyway, I was just shuffling the deck and the cards, these two cards came out together. Card 9, take hold, inevitable change. That is definitely happening. And card number 27, 528 frequency, transformation and miracles. So obviously these definitely go together. And before we continue, just let you know, in case you missed it, yesterday I posted a video about the LA fires. It was a channeling and then a tarot and oracle reading about everything that's connected with the spiritual war and the LA fires and what this means and how we're using this event to our benefit and what you need to do to get on board with all that stuff. So please check out that video. So let's get into it. We're going to do card number 9 first. Okay, here we go. Card number 9. Oh, and it was the very first thumbnail that I was guided to create, like with artwork for my channel, and it was for that video, for the LA fires, and there is a phoenix in the thumbnail. So just very apparent synchronicity there. At 2:02 on this video. So there we go. On page number 39, number 9, take hold, inevitable change. I am able to build firm foundations in my life while remaining balanced and harmonized in my everyday life. Take hold is here to take you on the ride of a lifetime. It offers you an opportunity to reach out and helps you anchor your dreams, desires, and aspirations while keeping you grounded and secured firmly in this wonderful and precious world. Our potential to live to the fullest is when you realize what it is you want to bring to fruition. Find your creative spark within and put all your love into it. Become aware of any blockages and dissolve them with love and intention. It is time to let go of what may be holding you back and to choose a path of change. Change isn't always easy, but when created, it is powerful and rewarding. Yeah. It's time to let go of what may be holding you back and choose a path of change. Change isn't always easy, but when created, it is powerful and rewarding. Well, there's a lot of change going on for a lot of people in LA and beyond that did and would not have chosen the change that is taking place in their lives right now. And we're all feeling it. I get into that in that other video, but this card is very specific because it's wanting you to, and it's wanting people to move forward and let the past go into the ashes. It's about embracing the obvious change that is needed in your life, or it wouldn't be happening. And it may be hard to accept that on whatever level that you're dealing with it in your life, but whatever that it is for your benefit. If you choose to see it that way, then the energies in reality will support you making the very most of it and really being able to raise your vibration and reach your highest timelines to make the most of a difficult situation if you choose that that's what you want to experience. I'm not saying it's easy, and that says it here. Change isn't always easy, but when created, it is powerful and rewarding. So we can either, dig our heels in and resist all day, every day, and feel like the victims, or we can go, you know what, universe? Let's do this. And you know what, guides and guardians? I'm open. I have nothing but time and space and energy to connect to all of you to tell me how to move through this the best way I can for my benefit and everybody else's. I want you to take a look at this sacred geometry. And notice how similar they are, but also how different they are. We've got all the platonic solids here and all the colors of the rainbow. Me. That's what that is. 528 is one of the most powerful healing frequencies. Really, when you get in with 528, you are you're healing on a cellular level. Oh my God, look at that view. Good Lordy. But we'll get to that in a second. Okay. Sacred geometry. The phoenix is a mythical bird, a fire spirit with a colorful plumage and a tail of gold and scarlet. It has the ability to consciously consume itself in flames when it knows death is imminent, and then rise again from those very same ashes. As the phoenix rises from the ashes, it takes hold of the essence of its whole being, bringing through with it the remnants of its past. The phoenix is a representation of our being. We all have a path to follow once we choose to walk the earth plane, but the method we use to get where we are supposed to be going is a matter of choice. We can choose to walk a path of light, understanding, and growth, or go down a path that is dreary and dark, and one that contains addiction and destruction. The platonic solid of the cube or hexahedron is a symbol of our self being firmly grounded and anchored to the earth's plane, while the dodecahedron is our connection to spirit and the all. This creates a balance of energies and harmony as we reach for our goals. So we have the cube, and inside the cube we have the dodecahedron. Okay, practical application. Phoenix is here to show us that throughout our life, transformation is inevitable. To truly gain a full life here on earth, we must awaken ourselves on a conscious level that allows us to see the depth of the layers of not only our soul, but that of our surroundings. We are all given choice and free will when we birth through our soul star to create the lives we want to live before we encounter the inevitability of death. As we open up on a more conscious level, living in a 3-dimensional body in 5th-dimensional frequencies, we are learning to create the transformation needed in the time we are here to make not only our lives better, but that of the world in which we are living. We are being able to see our unlimited potential. Card numerology 4, crystal suggestions: garnet, calcite, mangano. I'm don't know what that is. Mangano calcite. Oh my gosh, look at that sun and those freaking, I can't right now. And I can't actually like, I can't even with it. It's just the sun and the way this feels is just unbelievable. Tiffany stone, Shiva lingam, gold apatite, animal medicine. Yes, the phoenix. Essences, spider, wolf, condor, medicine essences. And in this book, she has here in the back, she goes into the different, not all of them, which is a bummer. She doesn't get into every, like Mangano, whatever this was. What was it? Mangano calcite. She doesn't have this here, but she does have, I don't know if that's on purpose, if it's a mistake, because she has a lot of them. But basically every single card in this deck has a card numerology, like card number 42, joy, create joy and happiness. Card numerology is joy 5, happiness 44, and then every single card has crystal suggestions to go with it, and some of them will have animal medicine as well. So she has those, the animal correspondences. So that one was the phoenix. The phoenix is a mystical bird that has the ability to consciously consume itself in flames when it knows death is imminent. It will rise again from those very same ashes. As the phoenix rises from the ashes, it takes hold of the essence of its whole being, bringing through with it the remnants of its past. Phoenix is here to show us that throughout our life, transformation is inevitable. Okay, literally the same thing in the card. I thought that might be different. So, I mean, what better card on 1/1/1 of 2025 after a week of absolute destruction of fires, so many people losing their homes and their businesses and their schools and their stores and their everything. And it's like, I was just thinking earlier, you know, it's kind of like the people that you would go to for help in a crisis are in that same crisis a lot, like for most people, you know. Yeah, people have family and friends all over the world, but, you know, it's hard for them to help you when you don't have a place to stay, and you don't have clothes, and you don't have food, and you don't have shit for your kids or your babies, you know. It's like, and everybody else is in that same situation. It's very chaotic and difficult to, you know, be in that situation. I've never been in that situation, but I can feel it's hard not to keep like getting flashes of people's chaos. There's this wave of that energy that's going through the collective, and there's a lot of negative energy and sad, grieving type energy, and you know, this phoenix is here to tell us to see the opportunity instead of all the loss. If you have your life and you have your families, your, you know, all your loved ones and all your animals, if you have animals, if they're all okay, then it's all okay. It's not easy, and it's not what you would choose ever, you know. Nobody would choose that. I just went through a move that I would never choose. I mean, it felt like my house was burning down. I mean, it didn't. I wasn't in a fire. I had to evacuate from a wildfire a couple months before. I could see flame from my house practically. So, you know, I thought my house was going to burn down. I really did. And I was like, well, I guess I don't need any of that shit. I mean, if it's burned up, I guess it's like, my next move is pretty simple. You know, it's just like, I had no other, I was like, I went to bed just going, all right, I'm going to wake up to knowing that I don't have a home and everything in it is gone, but I have everything that is really meaningful to me. So I'm fine. It's fine. We'll be fine. I got, you know, the little bits and pieces that I could for me and my animals and got the fuck out of there. And, I really thought it was going to burn to the ground. I really did. I was prepared for it. I went to sleep at that Motel 6 with all my cats in the bathroom and my dog's going, what the fuck? Everybody just, what the fuck is happening? Like, I think you know, ash was raining from the sky. The sky was literally red. You couldn't help but smell it. Like, I don't know how much of that they could pay attention. You know, they're all like understanding, but it was like, you know, not normal. And then the power went out in the middle of it. They shut all the power out or off. So yeah, I mean, I very recently felt what that was like, and to not actually have my house burned down, but feel like it would. And then literally just a couple months later, that was at the end of July, the beginning of August, here at the Park Fire in Northern California, where more than 500,000 acres burned. Many structures, many homes, many businesses, and a lot of forest. It was very hard to feel and get through. And then there was a Mandela effect, if you want to call it. There was a major paradigm shift about a week later when all of a sudden the county was named Tehama instead of Tehima. All the people that are connected to me in my groups and my clients, everybody knows that because I shared it. What's really interesting is that if you call the courts, if you call waste management, they do say Tehima on the recording, but anything in writing says Tehama. There was a major shift, and that happened after those fires. And that really got the ball rolling for the paradigm shift. And then we had the Lionsgate and every happening and Stargate and full moon and eclipse or meteor shower, solar flashes like bonkers, massive amount of X-class solar flashes. I mean, it's been, Gaia's frequency, the Schumann resonance. I mean, if you look at that over the last several months, it's pretty wild how much activity there's been, and just so much. So fire is definitely not just symbolic, but it's actually very much part of paradigm shifting and consciousness shifting reality. And I touched on it in the video, but it's a very different thing to, lose things in a flood versus a fire. Because in a fire, it's basically just all ash. It's totally gone. Maybe little teeny tiny bits and pieces there, here and there. If you have a safe, the things in the safe, if it's a fireproof safe, then those things would be okay. But for the most part, you got a foundation. Everything else is gone. You have maybe a chimney for your fireplace, if you have a fireplace. Like, there's usually not much left. and it smolders for days, depending on, if it burned itself out or, what the situation was. But in these fires, nothing is being stopped. It's just like basically going, it seems like. So it's a different kind of thing. And the Phoenix again is about it. The Phoenix is really about consciousness rising from the old consciousness into the new consciousness. That's really what it is. It's our spirit rising. It's our spirit being lit on fire by awareness and experiencing from higher awareness again and again and again and again, individually and then collectively, as we come together in those experiences to experience those things together. That's why I have groups, and that's why I do what I do to help people as we come together to experience these things. They happen more, they're supported, we can support each other in these wild experiences that we have that are truly unbelievable and magical. And chances are your life has always been challenging to some degree. That's how it is for us incarnates that are meant to awaken. And there are specific times, and there's going to be more of them as we move forward. And nature and the elements, the cosmos and stars and planetary alignment and portals and galactic gateways and our central sun and our sun, definitely our moon, there's so much that comes into play. But definitely, you have to think, nature is magical, and nature makes change. Whether it's from dark side influence or light side influence. And now, this is a very conscious spiritual war for many of us. To see beyond the obvious, to see beyond the human type of perspective. And that's what my video is about. So please, again, watch that. But, this is about not forgetting, not like acting like it's no big deal. Because it is a big deal. Whatever, amount of change that you're going through is a big deal. But the bigger deal needs to be looking at how you're going to, move forward right now, in whatever, again, situation. But if it's to the point of having lost your home, and all your friends having lost their homes and all of that, then obviously if you're in a state of acceptance, again, that's what came up earlier, there needs to be a state of acceptance and to open up your heart to begin healing as you move forward and think, I had that home and I had all those things in that home, and now I'm going to work on how it's going to be that I have some place to stay for now, and where I'm going to have a new home come from, and I know that I will be taken care of and supported, and so will all that I care for and that's going through this with me, and et cetera, et cetera. and have faith that these shifts are taking place and there are replacement things that are coming in. And the more in faith you are of that, the easier it can come to you. Like I said earlier, a couple months later, it was like my house is on fire. And that's because my landlord's just out of nowhere, in a sense, because there's this whole thing with money and rent and the electric bill that was greatly theirs, and me having to pay over $6,000 from September to October, and not being able to, and November, and not being able to pay rent on top of paying the electric bill that, again, was largely theirs, their usage. And then suddenly they were asking for all the money, and then when I didn't give it to them, they were going forward with eviction. And once I got the eviction papers, I was very surprised by that. Let's just say that. And then I was quickly guided to find a new home, that it's time to go. And there's, I really shouldn't, it was a very unhealthy situation with them, to say the least. And so I was guided to, not try to fight it, not try to stay, not try to work anything out with them. They were not going to be responsive, like they had not been responsive for a couple months already. Very, very, they're parasitic, and very much used against me in this whole situation. But anyway, but it was, important for me to be on that land, and the land was beautiful and magical. So it was very bittersweet for about 18 months there, for sure. The dogs loved it. I loved it, but it was really difficult to be there energetically when the landlords were who and what they are. So, they treated the land really poorly. They did not take care of things. They were really horrible landlords. They were horrible, in so many ways. But like I said, they were parasitic. They're narcissists. They're drinkers. They're, I was taken there to help heal that space and open up portals and activate and do all the things that I did, and I did, and it got to a certain place and things needed to change, and that's how they were going to change, because I never would have chosen to move in the middle of December with less money than I'm used to having to just do normal life, let alone move. But that's what happened, and I had to move within a couple of weeks, and I found a place that very first night. It took a few days for it to be official, but the very first, it was like, get online, you're going to find a place. And it was just step by step. And I talked to my landlord here, and like I said, I would have even liked it to have moved even faster, but by Thursday, that happened Monday night, and by Thursday, I was approved, and by Saturday, I came down here and saw it, and I think by Sunday or Monday, we were signing lease papers, and I think at that point, it was like 2 more weekends, and then I was moving. So things happened very quickly. And I moved here in the middle of the night. I got here at like 1:30 in the morning on December 16th, Monday. And, it's definitely been a whirlwind, and it's just been very an out of sorts, very disruptive situation. There's other stuff going on with people being around all the time that I'm not used to. That's not long term, it's very temporary, but that it hasn't been like horrible bad, but it has been something to get used to, because I'm not used to being around people every day. It's only 2 people, but still. They're going through their own house displacement, and that's why they're here. And they're not staying in my house. They're staying in the loft in the garage. But anyway, so I'm definitely familiar with this energy that's going on. So I'm very sensitive to it. And everything, all of these things happen for a reason. People are being displaced to force serious change on many, many, many levels. Displacement forces change. And a lot of the times it needs to be on a level that you wouldn't choose, because why would you choose that? Why would you? Why would you? You wouldn't. Nobody would. So it has to happen to you, for you, or else it wouldn't happen at all. And we have to see that. And the sooner we see that, the sooner it's easier to let go of what's gone. Whether it is actually losing your animals, or it is actually losing people who have died. You have to know, number one, they're always with you and you can always connect to them. They're not really gone. Their bodies are gone and they died in this dimension, but they're not gone forever. And people and animals come back all the time. My dogs were once my doves. Huh, babies? It all circles back. And the sooner we can see that, the sooner, we can look forward to it circling back and let go of what is already in transition, already gone. But we have energy cords to everything. We have to let go while holding on at the same time. I had to go through this whole thing. It makes me emotional with that land that I just left, because I loved it so much. I love those trees. I love those birds. I love those squirrels. And I love those dragonflies in the summer. In the spring and the summer, hundreds and hundreds of them. It was such a beautiful space. And it took me a long time. It was hard to ground there because of all the drama with my landlords from literally day one. But, and not only them, but the absolute spin out, basically everybody that was in my life that was connected to me before, within a few weeks, they were all gone. Sometimes your reconstruction of your life, your environment, your home, your work, all of the above, the major shift in your reality on a day-to-day basis, on whatever level that happens to be, is so earth-shaking, so paradigm-shifting, so vibrationally up-leveling, that the things and the people and most things that you're used to being a constant are gone. And that's happened to me a few times. Like, I would have to really sit and think about it and be like, I've gotten, like, it hasn't happened this time. If anything, there's more, not less. But it was up until this last time. I mean, it's still early in the process, so anything can happen. But for the most part, what's gone, I'm happy is gone. And everything that's, and everyone who has, was with me is still with me and firmly rooted. And I'm so grateful for that. Okay. Let's go to card number 27. The point here is that the sooner that we accept change and how we're going to transform and evolve and heal and experience things differently and not be angry about it, but be excited that things are changing and that you have the opportunity to grow and receive all that's coming in, because there's so much that gets to come in now. You can't always take everything, or sometimes much at all, with you into your new reality. It is a portal. Sometimes portals can take a lot. Sometimes portals cannot take very much. It really just depends. But whatever it is, the sooner that you accept that, the easier the whole trip is going to be. Be happy to have what you have. And be happy to have what you had. Hold it high. Don't put it down someplace low and sad. It's always with you. Okay, next. For card 27, on page 79, we have me, or me. 528 Hertz, transformation and miracles. My most favoritist, juiciest, most powerfulest, most shortest, sweetest mantra is expect miracles. Expect miracles. Tune into the infinite all, and all is the one, and the one is beautiful and miraculous. And if we expect magic and miracles, trust me, that is opening up the doors and the windows and just letting it all come to you when you expect it. Because the truth is, it's all magic and miracles. It's reality shaping and transforming because of the inevitable change that needs to happen from moment to moment to moment. And if we decide that it's all happening for us magically, and we are meant to grow magically and transform magically and be magical and be powerful and have amazing abilities of creation and energy and psychic abilities and healing and connection and all the things. And somebody like me is living proof that all of that is true. And I share my life as much as I do and my story to show people, to illustrate in real time, now more than ever, how true that is. Look at this. Look at where I am. Look at where you are as you watch this with me. If you're looking at this, getting these messages. Okay. Miracles are a part of my... Okay, let me start from the top. Solfeggio frequency 528 hertz. Transformation of miracles. Miracles are a part of my life on a daily basis, bringing with it optimum love and good health. If this card has shown up for you today, prepare for some miracles and transformation to come into your life. It is said to bring about remarkable and extraordinary changes. The love frequency resonates at the heart of everything by connecting your heart with your spiritual essence. It is also a divine frequency that can help you in times of illness or after an accident or a tragic event that you're processing, as it helps to return damaged DNA to an original state. Very, very healing. Very balancing. Frequency. By using certain sounds and frequencies, it allows one to enhance their senses and create a deeper connection to spirit and to optimize their healing potential on all levels. Frequency 528 hertz carries the sound me from the Latin mira gestorum, meaning miracle. Dr. Leonard Horowitz, through his book, The Book of 528, Prosperity Key of Love, speaks in depth of the secrets and miracles of 528 hertz. Horowitz says that music is the universal language, love is the universal healer, and water is the universal solvent. When you put all these together, you get the best kept secret. Yeah, so music / frequency / numbers is the universal language. This is why we get our angel numbers, our light codes in numbers, not letters. Letters are, they're meaningful. There's numerology attached to them, but they're not the universal language. Numbers are. Okay. According to Dr. Horowitz, 528 hertz is a frequency that is central to the musical mathematical matrix of creation. The musical mathematical matrix of creation. That's our DNA sequence. That's like everything is encoded with numbers. Our Merkaba is a sequence of light codes, which translates to numbers. Okay. Everything is connected from heaven to earth. It is said that these frequencies were used by high priests and priestesses to manifest miracles and produce blessings. And everything is connected from heaven to earth, meaning all of creation, all the dimensions, all the realms and the worlds are connected by numbers. Truly the universal language. It is like the blueprint of our creation. So by definition, anything that creates is going to create through numbers, whether they know it or not. And most of the time they're not. Let's be real. But in some civilizations, on some worlds, some species absolutely know it from, it just depends. It depends on consciousness. It depends on all sorts of shit. Okay. Scientifically and through cymatics, it has been shown that the vibration of this frequency, 528, mimics the formation of the pine cone. In nature, the pine cone shows the exact expression of Fibonacci sequence, which is the mathematical coding within our entire universe. The spiral, bitches. This is why we keep seeing the spiral in the water. The spiral shows up again and again and again. We're so connected and magnetized and attracted to the spiral. There is no way around our attraction to it. It lives in us. Our natural way of being in harmony and harmonizing and connected to harmonics is by our entire beingness being in this toroidal field, which is a spiral, if you look at it from the top down. Oh my God, I'm spacing right now. It starts with the T. Yeah, the toy. Is that what it is? Am I like spacing? Yeah, it's a spiral. When we're blocked energetically, when we're distorted or in disease, that flow is not doing what it should be doing. All of our energy centers and all of our bodies should support a nice, steady turn of our field. So we can constantly be bringing in and cycling and calibrating with Gaia and the abundance matrix and the natural flow of energy. But when we're distorted in our energy and we're not in harmony and sync and rhythm and balance and flow and alignment, then we have, try to drive on tires that are not proportionally balanced and see how much fun that is. And see how long your car lasts before it cannot drive because it's fucked up all the engine shit, because it should not be shaking like that. That's not okay. And if you're shaking in all these different ways within your beingness, within your energy field, within your actual physical body, because it's out of alignment, which is disease, and giving it a pill to then process is not ever the cure, is it? The cure is fixing fixing the balance, getting things in balance naturally, the way it's supposed to be. And we know that. If we've ever fixed anything not the way that you're supposed to fix something, and it's like, see how long that holds for, or it gets even worse or whatever. Like, it's just, that shit just repeats in reality again and again and again and again and again and again to teach us that doesn't work. Sorry, this is just like, it hits home. It hits home. Okay. Practical application. If we work with this frequency on a daily basis by sounding the word me, and it makes you think of yourself. Me. I should be thinking of myself. What else is more important than me? I got to get my shit right and together and is aligned and possible and do what I'm guided to do on a moment by moment basis, and everything else will fall into place for everybody else. But if I'm constantly giving the pieces of me away to everybody else, what the fuck? Or to my job, or to whatever, or to one person. Like, there has to be balance. This is how we get fucked up mentally, emotionally, energetically, physically, spiritually, abundantly. We can't live out of balance, and we need to be in balance. We need to pay attention to us. Hello? If we're not paying attention to ourselves, we're not going to be in balance. And so many people avoid themselves. This is how we end up in fucked up relationships. This is how we look for others to complete us. This is how we put all of our effort into things that don't give us back anything, that deplete us, and we let it suck us dry, whatever the fuck it may be, or whoever the fuck it is, or how many of those situations you have going on. Some people have a lot of them, because that is some dark side shit. When you have been talked into on some level to care about anything and everything more than yourself, something is wrong. That's not the way to be. That's martyrism. That's self-harm. That's depleting yourself when you don't have the resources to do that. What the fuck? Like, would you give your last $5 away? Most people would not. They'd be like, I kind of need that. I mean, some people would be like, I know I'm going to be okay. It's cool. But you would have to be somebody who's very faithful and experiences miracles and has healed a lot to feel that. And if that was the case, you probably wouldn't just have $5. But maybe you would for a little bit. Never know. Life is weird. Life is weird. But anyway, there's always an exception to the rule. It's hard to say anybody and everybody and always and never. Those absolutes are... Okay. If we work with this frequency on a daily basis by sounding the word me and listening to tones available to us, we can bring about profound changes at a DNA level and fill our body and soul with the purest of love, which will eventually spill out from us and exude a radiance most of us have never experienced before. Love is definitely the answer to many of our world's problems. It is also a vibration that can transform our mind, body, and soul to a more optimal health. Work with the color yellow and green heart chakra when using this frequency. That's why this card is in yellow and green. These cards are both yellow. And so we have the yellow and then also the green on the outside, and much yellow going on here as well. These two are they're like Siamese twins here with what we have going on with these messages. Card numerology 6, crystal suggestions, rose quartz, kunzite, pink tourmaline, and Herkimer diamond again. We're second time in 2 days that Herkimer diamond comes up, and I was thinking of Herkimer diamond when I woke up this morning. I was like, do I have to get another Herkimer diamond? Not that I'm like bummed about it. It's like, but after I lost the last one, I hadn't been guided to replace it. I got other things, but there it is again. Rose quartz, kunzite, pink tourmaline. So a lot of pink here with 528, because 528 is love, right? So we need to love me. Love me. Think of pink, think of heart, and green. So green, if you're looking here, is just about everywhere. I'm not sure how much you can like really see the green with all that sun. It's like, but there's a lot of green. Look at all. It's very clear today. We had those beautiful clouds move over this entire time that I've been here. Beautiful clouds, puffy clouds. They looked very natural, which was very nice. Excuse the sneezes. Woo! Right as I started talking about the crystals here, rose quartz, kunzite. Kunzite, I believe, or am I thinking of a different crystal? Kunzite was blue. Let's look it up real quick in my Bible, if it's here. Kunzite. Oh no, it is green. Green and pink. Oh, I was totally thinking about, what is that? I'm thinking about that crystal, and I'm spacing on what it's called, but it's totally blue. So it's another K one though, I'm pretty sure. I just can't remember it right now. Anyway, so kunzite, take a look. Is that... The sun is so strong. I'm having a hard time seeing. Okay, it is. Okay. There's just so much glare on my phone. But pink and green, it says hidden tight. Pink, green, yellow, lilac, and clear is what it comes in. Appearance, transparent or translucent, striated crystal, all sizes, becoming more readily available in its rarity. United States, Madagascar, Brazil, Myanmar, Afghanistan. Extremely spiritual stone, awakens the heart center and unconditional love. So another one for love. I'll take pictures of this and post it. I know I need to do that for Herkimer. I remembered that today. Yesterday was very busy. Very, very busy, fast-moving day. But it goes into position, how you want to work with it, specific colors, clear, yellow, lilac, and green. It helps the circulatory system and the heart muscle. So the heart center. But I will post that, and I will post actually these cards and both of the descriptions for these cards on my Mighty Networks, so in the open space. So if you have not joined it there yet, please join me there. The link is in the description. It is my beautiful, wonderful online community that is away from any other social media, no advertisement, no nothing else that you're going to see there. Sometimes people try to put things through, but I quickly ban them from the network. There's no advertising on there. It's like, all my groups have spaces there, and I have a private space on the platform as well, but that offers there's meetings, there's actually more to it than I've been doing, and I need to, once I get settled, I'm going to get into the rhythm, and I appreciate those of you for being patient with me and not delivering on all that I'm supposed to over these last couple months, since basically this all started with my move and stuff, but and things getting pretty intense for me. But it's only $11, and we do the meetings, if anything, and I do post there things that I don't post anywhere else, and so do others. So anyway, that's the private sacred space. There is the open sacred space that you can join for free, and you are encouraged to post there, share your your day, share pictures, share, affirmations, mantras, take pictures of your crystals, of your pets, share your life, share your view. That is a place for people to really come together as divine incarnates, people who are awake. And I welcome you there. I look forward to you joining. Please leave comments, subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you and welcome to my channel. If this was your very first video and you've watched all the way through, obviously you resonate with me and these messages and everything that is going on that I am talking about here, hopefully. And I appreciate your likes, your subscribes, your shares. Share with people on your social media, in email, on message boards, or wherever you go, that this is a video that people should be watching, and my channel is one that should be subscribed to. Once I get to 50 subscribers, hopefully soon, I can go live, and I'll be going live more often and definitely for these dailies. Okay, so with that said, thank you for being here again. I hope you enjoyed the view and the messages. I certainly have and did. This was a wonderful way to start the day with 528 and the Phoenix. Inevitable change, transformation and miracles. Wonderful, wonderful messages coming through here. Pay attention to you. Remember me, 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 me. Me. Sing it in all the different ways that you can. Me, 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 me. Get really loud with it. Me, 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 me. Go low. Me, me, me. Me, 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 me. Me. Play with it. Play with it. Play with it. Get online, get on YouTube and put in the search 528 hertz healing frequency and listen to, there's a bazillion of them. I listen to them often. There's a lot of them, and they will help you go through the transformational process, and so much easier. And even if you're just, nothing is really changing except for your consciousness in your world. You're not losing your home. Nothing is falling apart like, a lot of people are having to do. You're still in the soup. You're still, feeling that energy. And I talk about that in the other video. Be sure to watch that other video that the LA fires, that my channeled messages, the tarot and oracle, the cards that came out were really quite impressive to help illustrate and illustrate the situation and give us more insight. Okay. With that said, have a beautiful rest of your day whenever it is that you watched this video. And if it is today on 1/1/2025, thanks for being here in real time with me. I appreciate you. Again, comment, like, do all the things. I love your comments. And just your overall engagement really supports me and my work and helps more people see my channel and my videos. And the idea is to bring more people together and for me to help more people. And I appreciate you appreciating me and helping me help you and other people as well. Have a wonderful day. Goodbye for now.